Hello guys, welcome back to this Silver Tech Space community again today. My name is Paul Njoba. I'm coming back to you guys today with this another interesting video guys to share with you some of the latest innovations, some of the latest discovery, some of the few things that are out there that are making news in tech guys. This is a Silver Tech Space where we constantly making available information relating to tech and some of the amazing things that you can do using technology guys. And this space is meant for tech fans, it means for professionals, it meant for students, and those that are also interested in learning a few things around the tech industry. So today we bring into you guys this amazing technology. We're going to share with you guys two main new technology that are out there that it's making news. One is pretty popular and one is been a little bit not too popular, but it's an amazing uh, space where you as a software engineer or maybe um, a developer or maybe a DevOps engineer, data analytics, doctors, lawyers, and whatever industry that you are into, guys, this is an amazing tool that you can use to literally translate the work that you've been doing. Maybe you could take maybe work that you could take maybe a couple of weeks or 1 month to do it, and you can literally translate this work and do it in 1 day. That sounds amazing, right? Yeah, how you can take work that could be done in 1 month and do it in 1 day. So, and this technology, I'm going to go straight into technology, guys, and into this into the video, and then let's go ahead and share exactly what we're talking about here. Some of us may have heard about this already, but some of us maybe you're getting it for the first time. It's about Chat GPT, guys. It's about Chat GPT, and this is an amazing technology, right? It's an amazing technology that break out late 2022, right? Precisely was released on November 30th of 2022. So it is um, this technology was released by OpenAI organization, right? OpenAI organization. So a little bit, I want to pull it up a little bit. Let's see about the website. Let me see. I want to sign out and let's see a little bit about the website. Okay, yeah. So this is a technology actually we're going to start with. It's ChatGPT, and it's a technology that was recently released by um, OpenAI organization, right? It was developed by OpenAI organization, and a little bit about uh, the history behind that. So back in 2018, back in 2018, the OpenAI organization developed they tried to see how they could come up with artificial intelligence to see how they could literally solve some of the daily tasks that we run every day, right? So in 2018, they came out with the version of the technology called GPT-1. That was in 2018. That is the first version that came out, GPT-1. But it wasn't too like deeper, like how we can solve our problem, like what ChatGPT is doing, right? So it came out with GPT-1 in 2018. Then later, so that one of GPT-1 of 2018 was a little bit just being able to do a little bit, just a little bit information about learning, trying to understand, trying to interpret some of the things that we do like daily. Then in 2019, another version came out, which is called GPT-2, right? So that one was significantly larger and more powerful than its predecessor, GPT-1. And it generated a lot of media attention. And due to some other concerns over maybe the potential misuse of language generation and capabilities around that GPT-2. So in response to those concerns, OpenAI organization decided to withhold the GPT-2. Okay, they decided to withhold the GPT-2 publication. Then in 2020, OpenAI released another version called GPT-3, and this GPT-3 had the capability of generating highly coherent, diverse text in a wide range of styles and maybe multiple topics. All right. So the GPT-3 application, the architecture lasted for a while, and it was intended and designed to bring in that kind of conversational interface for users to interact, right, with that application and then have that kind of a conversation like they're conversing with a human, right? So a little bit, it didn't go too far, but in 2022, guys, I mean, November 2022, 30th, this tech, this version called ChatGPT was released by the OpenAI organization. So it's it's amazing. Like I can't explain deeper, like more than, you know, it's an amazing discovery. So the website, if you want to know about this technology, you carefully go on Google and you type OpenAI. I'm going to take Google, okay, like right here. You could type out here. I'm going to pull it up, guys, so to make it a little bit wider for you for your view. So you just type OpenAI. Sorry, guys, sorry about that. Let me turn this off. Okay, my computer is a little bit messy around. So let me like open a new browser, and you can go to Google and you type openai.com. All right, so this is the OpenAI organization that has been behind the outbreak of the new technology, ChatGPT. Right. So when you do this, when you log on to when you click and browse the OpenAI, this is what you're going to see. And you're going to see a couple of videos about it.
Imagine the wildest
Right.
idea that you've ever had, and you're curious about how it might scale to something that's 100, 1,000 times bigger. This is a place where you can get to do that.
OpenAI is building the general technologies that can extend the reach of the human brain and our creativity. DALL-E really brings high-quality creations to anyone. Our coding models.
Yes. So that's it, guys. That is it a little bit about the technology. And I could play this a
Serve
little bit
as
faster
a
and let's
coding
listen
assistant
for
in
that a little
tools
bit.
like Copilot. And GPT-3 is a system that has a robust understanding of language.
Our mission is to create highly capable AI technologies and deploy them to the world for the benefit of humanity in a way that is safe and beneficial for all.
I would say kudos to these guys, right? Kudos to what this organization has done out there, guys. I mean, this technology, it's an amazing technology. I mean, when you know how to use it and you use it like in the right way and know how to put in the data, the information that you want to get, you're gonna get an amazing data, like results that sometimes I feel like I don't want to use Google any longer, right? So it has multiple uses. So when you come on this website, carefully just go over here, you click right below here, you click on ChatGPT, and this is what you'll see right here, right? And you carefully go from right here on the left, okay? You click on try ChatGPT. I already have an account. It's going to automatically sign me into the account. So, but if you do not yet have an account, it's going to tell you to sign up for an account, and you can sign up for an account using your email and your phone number. The only concern that I have around this technology is that it's not available in other countries in the world. I don't know, for whatever reason they've decided to not to let it be available in some other communities in some other countries across the world, but it's not available in other countries across the world. I'll take, for example, um, one country that I know, which is my country, Cameroon. I've not seen the those that are in Cameroon, they can't access they can't access the technology. They can't use it in Cameroon. So I don't know why they decided to limit it. And it's available in Nigeria, it's available in Kenya, it's available in South Africa. I haven't checked out for other countries across the world, but particularly for Cameroon, I know about it. It's not available in Cameroon, and some people have tried to use a VPN, but it's not. If your VPN is not really strong, you may not be able to use it in Cameroon. That is a sad thing about it. But for the result, guys, that this technology can give you, it's super amazing. So I'm going to go right here and then show you what are some of the things that you can do with this amazing technology. So literally you can do language translation, right? You can request for language translation. You can generate a CV. You can generate a report with it. You can do so many things, right? You can do just so many things with it. You can literally prepare your lessons for students, um, to teach. If you are a college teacher, you are a lecturer, university lecturers, you can build your notes like off of this. Book writers, books writers, research, um, students, and all of that. You can do this. You can use this, and you literally generate good information as much as you want to. So, but it has the data that it can give you, like accuracy, they can has an accuracy of accessing, is as of 2021 right here, right? So it has a limited knowledge of the world and events about from 2021 above, right? But I mean, that is just for the world, like knowledge around the world. But for any other normal information, and though it says it has limitation for just 2021, but I have checked out. I had a research paper that I was trying to write, and I made a research. I was doing research, but it was giving me information like books that are was been made public back from 2015, 2011, 2010. References that I was using one research paper that I was writing. So, guys, if you have the possibility to try this, try this, guys, and please consider subscribing for this channel, guys, so that as soon as we get some innovative, some information about the tech space, we can always make it public here available, right? Make it public here and available for you can quickly access it if you are a follower of this community, guys. So I'll go ahead. Me personally, I'm using it to do research about, like, I'm working in a software development space, and I've been doing a lot of work around DevOps engineering and also doing a work around agile methodology and Scrum, a lot of Scrum methodology work, Scrum framework work. So right here, some of the things that I've been doing around DevOps, you'll see how you could go on this side and you need to be like you can organize your work, right? One thing is to know how to organize your work. So like right here, these are a few things that I've been doing around it, but you can delete it. So you just carefully click on it. I'm going to delete this and show you how you can organize your work around this. So you can, if you have work that you are, because when you sign up on it for the first time, you're gonna find yourself beginning with a new chat, right? You're going to be able to begin with a new chat. But if you have some work, because as you are using the work, all of this is being loaded, right? So, but you can delete this, click on delete and click on that tick, and that one is gone, right? This is in a way to organize your work. Delete that and it's all gone. Delete this, right? You can delete that and it's that's it. That's how you delete your work, right? And organize your work. But you are not required to delete your work like always. You can, if you are doing a lot of work, you can decide to create multiple charts depending on the different specification or different areas that you're using your work, you're using it for. You could be writing a research paper. You can focus the title of the paper right in this particular chart, and you're writing all the research that you're making on that paper in that particular search. You could be maybe a medical doctor, and you are researching about a particular concern, or maybe some particular data you want to get, or maybe whatever. I mean, for whatever purpose that you're using. So you can literally organize your work in different multiple topics from here. And so this uh, application is initially was free, and the free it was free, and until now it's still till now it's free, guys. It's free for you to use it, but it also has the latest release that is called the Plus release, right? The plus release, and that release is not too much compared to what this application is doing, right? Compared to what this technology is doing. So that one is just, it's just $20 a month, guys. This is it right here. This is a plus. This is a plus version of it. This is a free plan, right? With the free plan, it's available, um, and it is available when the demand is low, and standard responses, right? And speed up, and then the regular model, right? But the difference with the free plan and the ChatGPT Plus plan, which is $20 per month, is that it's available even when the demand is high. Because sometimes, right now, I'm using the free version to do this video, and I haven't signed up for the Plus plan yet. In the past, when I used to put in some data, you would like, okay, yeah, the server is currently like it's experiencing a high volume of demand, right? So the server is fully loaded and is experiencing a high volume of demand, a lot of high traffic. There's high traffic accessing the server. So because of that, you will be, maybe it will literally tell you to wait for you should hang for a minute to wait for your results, right? To wait for the data that you want to get to wait for the information that you want to get. But with the plus plan, so it's saying that it's available even when the demand is high. If even when the high traffic hitting the server, you can still get the result that you want to get, and it's faster. They are faster with the response and speed. So me personally, this amount right here, I'm not too worried about this amount. If it was more than this, I mean, the result that you can get from this, it's this amount. I'm not too worried about it, guys. Me personally, I don't know for you if you've been using it already. Let us hear in the comment section what you feel about this price for this for the plus version, guys. If you are if you have been using the application for a while. So I'm going to go ahead and then let us start checking out some of the things that you could do with this application, guys. I'm going to increase my screen a little bit and we will see what you can do with this. So I'm going to begin a new chat. If I like, let's say I'll begin with what I've been working on. I've been building a lot of infrastructure for multiple projects that we've been working on, building up CI/CD pipeline and coming up with the different plugins and the different configuration, writing up bash shell scripts to be able to automate our task and all of that, right? So I'll begin with a bash shell script. Let's begin by looking for a bash shell script. So usually with the way the banks and how businesses are using customer service, they are there's a lot of high demand for customer service that the business and organizations are running out there, right? So I'll take for a simple bash shell script that but the banking industry will want to use, like to do authentication for clients before they can access maybe their accounts and be able to perform the transaction. It could be withdrawal or whatever they want to do, right? So that way, so you want to build a bash shell script. So I would like, okay, I could just type that, right? You could like say, okay, I need a bash shell script. It could be, yeah, I'll say bash shell script, bash shell script to authenticate for authentication, right? A a banking user, let's say a bank user, um, a banking user, all right, let's use a banking user who is um, who is right, okay, yeah, to authenticate banking user. Let's first of all end here and see how it's gonna what it's gonna generate, and off of what it's gonna give us, you can modify it as you progress, all right? So if you do that and then you carefully hit enter, oh, so it says, yeah, sometimes it will tell you that sorry, and it cannot give you the exact data that you may want to see, but it can make some recommendation. I'm going to stop this and then rephrase how I did the request, right? So I'm going to stop this and I'm going to rephrase how I did it. So I'm like, okay, you can always say as I'm going to say as a DevOps engineer, you can always decide, right? Decide to write how you want it to be. Okay. Who you are. You can look as a medical doctor, this is what you want. Or as a lawyer, this is what you want. Okay, so yeah, and so you can say, okay, as a DevOps engineer, I want a bash script to authenticate for okay, bash script that can be used for the authentication of a banking user. For the authentication can be used for the authentication of a banking user. That will require his name. Will require his or her name. Will require, let's say, will require the name. Name and let's say date of birth. Date of birth, and you will require maybe the banking pin, right? The pin, and what else, guys? Yeah, let's use that and see what we get, because it's supposed to generate. Yes, let's see this. Okay, yeah, so we have it right here. So this is a bash script. So it will, you see, it generates the script for you. And this is not to say that it can replace the work of a DevOps engineer, right? It's not like it can replace the work of a DevOps engineer who maybe be required to say, okay, someone who does not know what he wants can literally go sit and generate the information and use it, right? No, you need to be able to understand. You need to understand. You need to be able to you need to be able to understand the data that you have generated, to interpret the data and be able to know if the data is correct or not. So what it will give you sometimes is, and based on the information, based on how you put it, it will generate what it has given to you, and you can copy it from right here, and you can maybe use a text editor, right? You can use a text editor, and you can put the work on it. So you can use a text editor, and then you can put it on it, and you can edit it as you want, right? As necessary. So this is a text editor. You can paste it right here, paste the data right here, and you can edit it the way you want it to be. Okay. So like this one, I will not sometimes write it this way. I'll prefer to maybe begin by echo, right? I'll echo the username, and then I'll read it, right? Then echo the date of birth, put the date of birth, and then the format, and then and read it, and before you can proceed, right? But this is how they've decided to put it, so you may not just get it like this and use it like that. You can decide to modify it as necessary. Okay, so this is so amazing, guys. So I will go for other ways on how some other people, you may, if you are not to use it for DevOps engineering, you may want to use it for other type of services, right? So this one, let us say you wanted mm, some other way you want to use it, and in some, like you want maybe a letter, right? So I've been receiving some emails. Like sometimes I will receive an email from the bank, right? That will require me to reply to the email, and maybe I'm busy. I don't have time to generate it, like to start writing the email word after word. So I will decide to use this to generate the email that I want to write, and edit it as necessary, right? So I will say, okay, let me put up a new chat. So I will say, a second, guys, let me see which one were we using. Okay, good. I just want to make sure that we are okay. We were using this one. Okay, so usually I will go over here, and I will say I will, yeah, let me pull this up a little bit, guys. So what I would type here sometime will be like, I want an email to reply to reply for an email to reply for an email, right? From my banker, letting him know I have uh, uploaded the documents he requested, right? So I could decide to put to include my banker's name, right? Let's say I will use my last name, my banker Njuaba, right? Let's put my last name right there and say, okay, that's the name of my banker, and then letting him know that I've uploaded the document he requested, and wish. So I wish he treats the file as a matter of urgency, right? So that's what I would do. So I would like, okay, yeah, I could do that. That's okay. I wish that he treats the matter as a treat the file as a matter of urgency. So once I do that, I will carefully hit right there and the enter. I'll click on enter and then you will see that. So this is the email that he's going to generate. He's generating the email. So this is the email. It says like, okay, dear Mr. Njuaba, I hope this email finds you well. I'm writing to confirm that I have successfully uploaded the document you requested. I appreciate your prompt response to my request and would like to kindly request that you treat this file with utmost urgency. As you are aware, this document is of significant importance, right, to me, and will be grateful if you could expedite the processing as much as possible. If this is any further, if you do need any further information from me to facilitate the process, do not hesitate to let me know. You see that? Best regard. This is amazing, guys. Yeah, so that is one of the ways that you can use it. Okay, that's one of the ways that you can use it, and it's amazing to see this. And you can, like I was talking about, a bash script to automate the jobs that I'm doing, that are some of the projects that I'm working on. Sometimes I could want an entire configuration, right? I would say sometimes when I want to build up a VPC, or maybe some of the configuration that I want to build, or maybe um, deploy some instances. Okay, so that is the what I would carefully do. So I could like say, okay, I want so but sometimes trying to like I talked about organizing your work, you can decide to separate your work right here, guys. Separate your work right here. Do not like put multiple different type of mixing the different type of conversations in one chat. Okay, don't be mixing same type of conversation in one chat. If you want good results, so you want to stay focused on the particular chat that you started chatting in a particular uh, in one of the section. Break out the work. So this is the banking script authentication that I was trying to request for. I could go ahead from this same banking script, and since it started recording those type of information, I'm going to continue from that same section. I could say, okay, I want maybe and uh, I want let's say uh, I could say an entire configuration, right? You can say an entire configuration for, I could say you want an entire configuration for the provisioning of, okay, sorry guys. So I would say for the provisioning, okay, there. Sometimes it doesn't really worried about the if you type it, the spelling is wrong or something. No, it doesn't really. It will all take care of that. So for the provisioning of, I would say an AWS VPC, okay, Amazon Web Services VPC, and I want that with 4 subnets. Okay, so that will be 2 private and 2 public subnets. So I would say with I could specify, right, 2 public subnets. That's to get the entire configuration. Public subnets. Yeah, I'm really typing so bad today, guys. I'm typing crazy shit. 2 public subnets, and maybe you could say okay, and private, and 2 private subnets. All right, private subnets. You could also want an internet gateway, right? You could want it with an internet gateway, and you can also need route tables that will connect to the public and the private subnets. And you can also include a jump server, right? A jump server, or call it the NAT gateway, which is a network address translation uh, server, right? That is connected between your private subnets and the internet, right? And the other communication that are coming in from the public subnets. Okay. Um, or that is coming in from your internal network, not from directly from the internet, guys. It's coming from your internal network, because even your internal network is not supposed to just access your private subnets, right? Your internal network is not supposed to access your internal network directly. It's supposed to go through this jump server or through the NAT, call it the NAT gateway, before you can access your private subnets for security best practices. So you want this, and you can also decide to uh, include the knuckles, right? You can see the knuckles, and maybe any other okay, yeah, you can say okay. um you can also decide to do you can also, yeah, say security groups, right? You can also include the security groups. You should come up with the security groups, and you can also say you want that plus uh, ISP address association. But we can get this, you can get this and you modify the code, like conversational modification. Like, you can generate a code that you have, and you can still go ahead and do another request to tell uh, the chat GPT that, hey, do modification at this level. Okay, so let us generate this, and then we are going to tell you right after the generation, we're going to tell it to give us an IP address association with that it's going to uh, um, it can that it should provision an elastic IP address and associate it with the public subnets, right? You can generate an IP address and associate it with the public subnets. So let's go ahead and launch it. Yeah, so it's going to give us a code. So you say sure. And so it will give us the configuration. Let's see. Okay, yeah, this is a CIDR block. Let's see what we have. AWS templates format. So the version, this is a version 2010, and then so these are the parameters. So it begins with a CIDR block for the VPC. So this is a string, right? The type of the CIDR block is a string, and then you have the default. This is this default, the default uh, IP address for the VPC, and then you have the description right here for the CIDR block. Let's see. Okay, IP for the CIDR block. Now let's see. Continue. Let's see what we have. Okay, down. This is the VPC, and then it's mapping. AWS is a EC2 mapping onto the VPC. And then let's see what we have right here. Availability, it has chosen the availability zone right here. And let's see. For the private subnet, this is what we have. No, I'm not happy with the result I'm getting. So um, let's say they should uh, translate. So let us translate it into a Terraform configuration code, right? Format. Translate the request. Right, let's translate the request into a Terraform code configuration manner. Code configuration, right? Yeah, Terraform code. Because if you want to use a Terraform, this is not how it's supposed to look like, right? So we want to say you should transform the request in Terraform code configuration manner. And I could do that. So it's going to transform the request. You see that? So you say, sure, here is the Terraform configuration code manner. Perfect. This is what we're supposed to have, guys, for that infrastructure. You see that? Yeah, so it depends on what you want. You need to first of all know what you want before you can be able to request what you want to request from the chat GPT, because you not just request for anything and it will give you based on what you put, and it will give you any type of information, right? And it's not what information that you cannot even know if the information is correct or not. So initially, what we initially have was not right as to what I wanted to get. So but with this one is pretty good, right? It's pretty good because you can see it starts from the provider, right? Though the provider file is not supposed to be in the entire this configuration, because you for security best practices, you're supposed to provision the provider file. They are securely stored in a folder and kept remotely. It depends on if you want to save it maybe remotely in an S3 bucket or whatever. And now it comes up with the, the availability CIDR block for the VPC. So this is a CIDR block for the CIDR block right here, and then it comes out with a variable, right? It comes out with a variable for the public subnet, right? And that's it. And you can also have this one is also a variable, so it has literally gone in, maybe I would say from GitHub, right? Some of the provisioning that they provision and with the variable and pass the configuration as variables and build it off of what some of the codes that are, or the configuration that existing out there, and pass some of it as variable, right? And so this is the resource, these are the subnets, this is the public subnet, and this is subnet 1, and this is subnet 2, and these subnets are associated to the VPC. And this one is the private subnet. And let's see the resource gateway. This is the internet gateway, right? This is the internet gateway, and this is the route table, right? That's the internet gateway. That's the route table, and then this is the public route table, and that one is a private. And let's see what the security group looks like. This is a security group, so it has prompted open port 22 for SSH, and then TCP for the TCP protocol. Yeah, it's also, then it says for TCP protocol, the setup block, you can connect to it from anywhere. You can be able to connect to it from anywhere. And you can see the AMI. This is the AMI for the instances for the jump server. This is the AMI for the jump server, right? We say you should provision a jump server, and this is the AMI, and the AMI is T2 micro. This is the key pair as well, right? The key pair, and it is connected to subnet 1, right? It is associated to subnet 1. So we can say mm, we can say associate. So we can say associate and output uh, an elastic IP address API to the instances, right? Instances, and that will be only for the public subnet. So let's say for the public, sorry guys, my typing is crazy today. For the public subnet instances, right? So it's gonna associate and output an elastic IP addresses, right? You provision the configuration such that it's going to associate and output an elastic IP address to the public subnet instances. So let's see. So it's going to come out. Let's see this one. So this is still the provider.tfi, the provider file, right? Let's see. It's not like we said for best practices, not supposed to be there, right? And this is a CIDR block. And this one, okay, yeah, this is a public subnet. And then we will continue. Then this is a VPC. And then we will continue. Then this is a public subnet. And let's see if the IP address association is also input, right? So this availability zone, the data and resource. This is it. Let's see the resource that is being provisioned. This is a public instance. Yeah, so that's a public instance, and let's see if it has associated the good. So let's see. Okay, let's see. We do not yet have the association of the. Okay, good. This is the elastic IP address association that we just requested for, right? So it will associate an elastic IP address with this instances, and then output the IP addresses, right? Output the IP addresses that you can use it and SSH onto the instances and do some configuration on it, or maybe launch and maybe access the server and be able to use it, right? So that is what I've been doing around. I've been using the ChatGPT more of to provision the infrastructures that I'm building on some of the projects that I'm working on, typically, guys. So you may want to use it in whatever way that you want to, right? Yeah, and I've seen multiple other people using it in multiple different ways. And it's amazing, right? It's very, very amazing. I've been seeing some other people, they are using it for, like, they will go generate APIs and connect the APIs to an Excel sheet that will auto generate Excel sheet formulas that they can use it to do some of the work, the daily work that are doing around uh, with on Excel, and it's amazing. It's super amazing because they can put input that. I haven't tried that yet, but I saw the video and I've been super excited about that video. I'm going to watch it and learn how it's being done and look at it and see other modification that can be done about it. And if maybe see a couple of things around it that it can be interesting to share with you guys, I'll be right back here with some of those innovations, some of those idea, and then I'll share it right here with you guys. So please, if you do like what you're seeing, please consider subscribing and share with your friends, share with your friends. If you are maybe a college student, share with your class friends. And if you are a professional, share with your colleagues, guys. Share this with your colleagues because the goal is to make sure that we are not out there wasting time. I mean, wasting, uh, because the goal that we've been hired to support businesses is to help the businesses grow, right? Is to help the businesses grow. So do not, if you are watching this from wherever you are, if you are a professional, invite your friends, talk to your manager about it. Tell your manager, hey, this is what I think we can use it to innovate or to do something around the work that we are doing and streamline the activities, guys, because at the end of goal of it is to make sure that the end users of whatever work that you guys are building are satisfied, and the end user should be able to get the best services that they are requesting, that they are expecting to get from you guys in your different organizations, right? Yes, guys. So that is it pretty much about this one. So we're going to go again to the next tool. From the start of the video, remember I talked about how I'm going to talk about two tools, right? Two tools today. So this one is ChatGPT, and the next tool is you.com, the website you.com. And I haven't checked out the history behind you.com a little bit, like how I was able to research on about ChatGPT. But let me see what it's the information that is out there about you.com. So let's see if there is some information around you.com. Yeah, so these are some of the work that I've been doing around ChatGPT, guys. So sometimes you can do it to build up your Docker file, and you can come up with maybe your Docker Compose file configuration. You can come up with a deployment, right? With the deployment manifest file. You can come up with your deployment manifest file to provision Kubernetes uh, Kubernetes objects, right? Like the deployment and ports, the clusters, the EKS clusters. You can come up with the matrix, right? You can come up with just literally many things as much as you can, and whatever you get, you can modify it as necessary, right? So yeah, so let me see a little bit. Let's see if we can get a little bit of history about you.com. So let's say, oh, sorry guys, we can't see this one because I'm currently researching about that one from my extended screen, right? Let's see what we have here. So let's see this. So let's see. Just one moment, guys. Okay. We are not able to get a specific history about the website u.com. Let's see. Yeah. So I can't find any history, some history about the website u.com. But let's go into what I'm about to share you guys, what u.com is doing. So just one moment. Okay, I'm gonna come over here. Okay, I can pull this up. Let's see this. Okay, so u.com is another website. So it's another website. I don't know really know the history behind it so much, but you can go on this website. It's just go over there, go to Google, all right? Go from Google, and you have Google right there, and you type u.com, u.com. The goal here is to make sure that we are all out there getting out the innovation, the new innovation around tech, right? We are all tech fans, and you can use this to literally do the work that some of the economic activities that are going on out there that are being slowed down because of this, because of that. You can do this to, to automate all the tasks that they currently do in your organization, and it's going to be easy. It's going to be super easy. Don't be scared that you're going to lose your job. That you lose your job if the organization finds out that you are doing the thing faster than they expected you to do it, right? No, that is not the case. If rather, I think that for businesses out there looks watching this, you should rather impress and you know impress workers who go out there to look for some of the things that they can use to do the work that you want to get it done faster, right? Because with that fast turnover automation, you can beat competition out there like crazy, and you can do the best. You can deliver the best value that to your end user, to the end user that end users that you are rendering services to, or you are producing products for, and all of that. So let's see what u.com looks like. So this is u.com, right? This is u.com, and you go to the website. It will tell you to sign up. Okay, me personally, I've signed up. I signed up on it. You can see like right here is showing my name, Paul. Right from this one, like one other project I was working on, I was building my personal website. So literally a couple of years ago, I tried to build it personally, but I couldn't build it because I didn't know how to do the configuration for the CSS and the HTML code, and I had to reach out to one or two persons to help out for my CSS and the index.html code to be able to do the configuration I wanted to see. But you can come like right from here, same thing like we're doing from the ChatGPT. You can come like right over here, u.com, and this I would say this is also gonna help out. I think this one, some of the guys out there that you can't access, that you are not able to access ChatGPT, you can go ahead and use this one. It's gonna give you. It's also an AI tool, and it's going to give you an amazing result. Same like ChatGPT, it's going to give you an amazing result, right? Although it may not be same, it may be a little bit, some of the results may differ, but it will give you another amazing result, guys. So you can say, like one of the project I worked on, which was to build an e-commerce platform, right? So, uh, and to do the configuration, so I was able to come up from like I could say I wanted the index. Let's say the index dot html, the index dot html. Or I could say I could just say html, right? html. I want html. Sorry guys, my typing today is crazy. HTML and CSS configuration. I will not put the exact name of the e-commerce application that I was working on for because of compliance issues, guys. So I would say configuration for an e-commerce um, application. For an e-commerce application, let me use the name of the application. Let's say that name of the application is my last name, Joabe, and that includes, let's say we want to make sure that the about section is include the about section. Yeah, about section, the cart, want to have the cart feature on it, and we could also want to have the news, right? A little bit of news around it. So we also want to have the contact us section, and we also want to have um, the contact us section. We also want to have okay, yeah, it depends on how you want to configure it, right? The things that you want to see, and then we want to see also how to sign up, the sign up section, and signing sign up and sign in sections of the platform. So this is how the front end is supposed to look like, right? The user interface, the front end, and the design. Yeah, the design of the front end is supposed to look like, but we can modify as necessary, right? So you can do this once you get this, and you could literally hit enter. This is what you're gonna have, but do not worry. Go ahead, you click on, like you see right here, you click on chat, and once you click on chat, you're gonna see an amazing result, guys. And you're going to see this is the result that is going to be generated for for the front end of the index.html configuration code. Okay, all right, so I didn't say code. Once I say code, but with this you can decide to go to more. There's a code section part of it. This is the code. I can say code, and once I say code, okay, so sometimes it will show you where you can grab some codes, right? A lot of interesting codes out there that are in public repositories. Now you can come right here. I'm sure what I'm getting this explanation because I didn't put configuration code. So once I put configuration code and I search, and so it's going to wait a second, guys. So once I put configuration code and I come to like I'll use my chat, yeah. Let's use a chat and then you say configuration code. Then it should be able to give you code. So let's see what we're gonna get. Yeah, I think this is crazy. What I put in here is messy, right? So I want HTML and CSS configuration code for an e-commerce platform, for an e-commerce application. Yep. So let's limit an e-commerce application called Joabe. let's limit our search on at this level, because you can be building the application like one piece at a time, right? One piece at a time. Because if you request it like a block, like a big block, right, it's going to be confusing, right? It can be confusing. You may not even know where to start from. So this is a configuration, right? This is part of the configurations for the index.html file. You're going to have this, but this is not all, guys, because you can expand, right? So you can expand. And let's see this, and you can say, let's go now and from below and say develop. I would say, sorry, you cannot see this. I'm typing this, guys. You may not be able to see this. I will, from here I can say develop the about us, comma, and I could say news, comma, contact us, comma, sign in, and sign up. Sign in and sign up, and I would say also cat, and I'll say and cat, sign in, sign up, sign in, comma, sign up, and cat section as well, right? And cat sections as well, and I could do that. So it's going to continue from the previous conversation, and let's see. Okay, no, this one it didn't give us the code as we want to see. So the short comment about the short side about this one is that it's not able to maybe edit this request at this level. So yeah, so you are not able to edit the request from this level. So you can, and you are not able to copy it as well. That is a short side of it. It's not, the interaction is not super, it's not really interactive, right? So but it gives you just explanation around it, like to develop da 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 da, da. So I could just copy this. I could copy this, and I could say I want, let's see, let's paste this one, um HTML and CSS code. Yep, yeah, that is it. So I could rephrase it that way, and you see it should be able to give me the code now. It all depends on how you put this shit, right? It depends on how you put, yeah. So this is the code, guys. The HTML, the index.html, and the CSS code for those sections that we have just requested, for the about section, for the contact us section, for the sign in and sign up sections, right, to display those functionalities on that application. So this is it, how you can use that site as well. I haven't tested this one for maybe for letters, but you should try it if you can be able to do to test it for some letters, guys. To write up some letters to reply, maybe to reply emails like the one that I did generated earlier for my banker, right? So this is interesting, guys. This is amazing. And I also use ChatGPT and did a configuration for a transaction that I was supposed to do, and that transaction yielded for me, like initially the way I wanted to participate or maybe do that transaction, I wasn't too informed about how I was going to participate in that transaction, but I, with the help of ChatGPT, I was able to navigate and do the customization based on that particular transaction, and I did that configuration, and it was able to give me the compound interest, right? So I'd use the concept of compound interest and for over a couple of years on a deal that I wanted to sign, I wanted to engage on, and it gave me like a huge amount of profit. So try it and use it in multiple ways, and let us know your experience with these tools, guys. Thank you for watching. I will stop here. I don't want this video to be too long, so that if someone out there want to quickly reach out to check out a few things, he should be able to specifically be able to get what you want to get so quick, and not wasting our time on this to watch the video for too long, guys. So I'm going to stop here. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe, share with your friends, and also please comment in the comment section if you love what you're seeing, and also let us know some of the things, new things that you may want to see in the comment section, and we'll be always be happy to look out for interesting things for you guys. And on this platform, we have multiple engineers. This is a community platform. We have multiple engineers on the platform, artificial intelligence guys, machine learning, robotic engineering guys. They're also members of this platform. So do not be worried as to what you want to request from the platform. And I will say thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.